Looking for a new book? We've got a great read for you.
It might just be the perfect summer beach read. We're so excited to be joined now by author Kristy Woodson Harvey to talk about her new book, Under the Southern Sky. Thank you for being with us. We all need just a fun book to escape in, and this has got everything: love, loss, beach towns.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And yes, it does. It has all of those things. I agree. It's a really good escape for right now, I think. Slip it in your beach bag or give it to your mom for Mother's Day.
Kristy, how much of this is based on people that you know in your life, if anything?
Well, that's always the big question, right? I think once you write a book, everyone sees themselves in it, or people say, how did you not write about me?
Right.
But this actually was inspired a little bit by a true story. One of my friends was having a real struggle about what to do with her leftover frozen embryos. And she said, you should write a book about this. And so it ended up inspiring this story of an investigative journalist who discovers that some frozen embryos belonging to one of her childhood friends have been deemed abandoned, and his wife has passed away. So this puts them in a very difficult situation. So it did, a real person did inspire the story, but the characters are not based on my friends or anyone that I know.
Oh, all right.
Officially.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it. But
That's right. That's right.
It's definitely a page turner. I know our producer was saying she read it in one day. What's your writing process? How do you know if it's good?
Oh, you know if it's good once it comes out and everyone tells you if they like it or they don't. I'm just kidding. So I actually I don't have an outline or anything like that. I really just sit down and I normally have a little bit of an idea of a story, but I really just let the characters lead me as they go along. I say it's kind of like meeting new friends. You know, you meet someone and you have these ideas about who they are, but as the story goes along, you really get to know them better. And, you know, sometimes you end up getting to the end and changing a whole lot. And sometimes you think the story's right where it needs to be. But I also have, really great editorial team that will sort of say, I think you went off track here. And so there's always some negotiation there, but it's always really gratifying to have one come out and to have it be really well received. So I'm very, very grateful for that.
And you're a graduate of the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill School of Journalism. Is that right?
That's right.
So did you do, now you're an author.
Right. I think you started writing for your local newspaper. Is that right?
I did, yes. When I was 16 years old, I had my first newspaper column. Actually, my very first story, this is a very distinctly Southern thing, was about a squash that someone grew that looked like Elvis Presley. So only in a small Southern town can that be a newsworthy thing. That was my very first story.
I really relate. My first TV job was in Charlottesville, Virginia, so I know.
So, some of the things that are newsworthy, you're like, really? But, something good must have come out of it, because here I still am all these years later.
Which is great. Oh, my God. That's so, I just love it.
You also are into interior design?
Yes, I have an interior design blog called Design Chic with my mom, Beth, and it's been great. We've done it for about 10 years, and so it's always really fun to use the blog to get inspiration for the houses and my books and my stories. And there's an old family home at the center of this story that holds a lot of secrets and actually ends up really directing some of these characters on the path that they end up going down. So it always works its way into the stories.
Well, thank you so much for being with us.
It's always fun to talk to the author and find out what they were thinking when they were writing the stories. So thanks so much for being with us. And the book, again, is Under the Southern Sky, and it's out and you can get it everywhere. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Have a good day.